Hello, everyone. Welcome to comicspriceguide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
And I'm just Bobby. Hey, everybody.
Hello. And Googs, he's surviving. What is it called?
It's a nor'easter. It's a North Atlantic. It's not actually a tropical storm, but it's like a tropical storm for, Yankees.
And cold stuff. It
Yeah,
seems
it's
cold.
bad.
Yeah. So good luck, Googs. I'm from Kansas. I have never heard that term before. So I was like, what's happening? Are you okay? Are you alive?
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
But we have some news. We have some comics.
Absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun.
News
But let's start
first?
with yes, absolutely. Let's start with your news.
Let's do it. Okay. So The Last of Us, which I'm very excited for, and I've started to play the game. They had an awesome
Braver than me.
cameo. Yeah. Yes, I'm playing the game, Bobby. I know it's
Hey,
scary. But
I mean, honestly, I did not mind the combat or anything like that. It was a good, it's not super horror video game. It's more zombie attack video game.
that's true.
Not too much
That's true.
horror. You want a horror
That's
game?
true.
It's Days Gone. My issue with The Last of Us is it's incredibly sad, and I didn't want to play my way through it. I just didn't want to do
considering
that.
you won't watch Spider-Man because you know he gets betrayed, yeah, that makes sense. That checks
If
out.
I didn't know that he was going to get betrayed, I would have watched Spider-Man and loved that movie. But at the point that
He
I
knew.
have tried so many times,
Now he knows. So
I
anyway,
knew, and thus I couldn't do anything about it.
there's
Anyways.
apparently an amazing cameo in that episode, which I'm not going to fully spoil, but I will say keep an eye out for one of the hospital nurses because they're kind of a big deal.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, that'll be cool.
So
That'll be
when you're watching, and if you've played the game, there's a nice little cameo. So no spoilers, even for myself, because I haven't watched it yet. I'm on episode 6, so don't spoil it in the chat. Don't do that.
I imagine it could be a couple of different people, but it'll be fun to see who it is.
See, you might even know better than me, Bobby, at this point.
I just make analysis. You know how it is.
Yeah. If you are a Jenna Ortega fan or a Michael Keaton fan, this will be exciting. Or Beetlejuice fan, any of those things. This will be exciting. Beetlejuice 2, there's rumor, like strong rumor, let's say it that way, that Michael Keaton will be returning as Beetlejuice and that Jenna Ortega will play Lydia's daughter in the second.
Oh, that's crazy. That's hilarious, and I love that concept.
Right, me too. Hello, Panther Rose.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, in exciting news that is not actually geek related, but kind of because it's everybody's favorite X-Man. It's Xavier's birthday this week, so.
Oh, nice! Happy birthday, X!
Right on the 16th. So our favorite mascot, his birthday, and he doesn't have school, so we'll be having a good time. Panther says Beetlejuice, yeah. You gotta say Beetlejuice, 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 yeah. No,
I love how Community actually made that reference. I love how Community actually made that reference, and it was great.
Right? Oh my gosh. There's new D&D, the new D&D movie that's coming out. There's a bunch of clips. It's like, let the games begin. So
I know it sounds fun. If you haven't heard, Amazon Prime members can purchase an early screening to it if you want to for your to watch it at home, or you can go watch it in theater.
I did not hear that actually. Yeah. What?
Yes. No, I don't know. It might have already. I don't think it's already happened. I feel like it's in 2 days. But yes, that is a thing. Yeah.
What does that mean? Was he going to go to Hawaii?
There was the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Oh.
Weird things happened in the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Yeah, I watched it for a while, but I don't think I religiously watched it. So there's that. So this is some weird news, but Forbes March, an actor known for the Mutant X, he was arrested for stealing cooking oil from a diner. So it really is. It was a value of about $1,000, but that could be a felony charge. So just really random. I saw that and I was like, that's
insanely weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
That's
how
interesting.
Much is that? How much oil does it have to be worth $1,000? Is used cooking oil way more valuable than I think it is?
So it potentially could be because apparently you can use it to create biofuel. So that's probably why. But it was just a shock to me when I saw that. I was like, okay, $1,000 and felony. That sucks. But anyway, so
Yeah.
good luck in that endeavor. I don't know what's happening there, but there we go. This one I'm really excited for. You will be too unless you're scared about a robot apocalypse. Basically, is
Not really.
Disney? Is that you, Bobby? Is that
I
you?
mean, I feel like they would probably run things a little better than we do at this point. Let's be honest.
Okay, out there, are you scared of zombies or are you scared of robots? I think we've had this discussion before.
We have had this discussion before, and I've stated zombies have no. Yeah,
we might have a different crowd now, Bobby. We need to see.
That's fair. That's
what
fair.
do they think? But Disney unveiled a new rollerblading prototype robot that can do somersaults, can fall down, can get back up, and it was at South by Southwest, so here in Austin.
Oh, and, that's hilarious. That's very cool.
The funny part is I love that a lot of people are like, this is it. This is the beginning. It's like it's a robot. But hey, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see. Is it the beginning? We'll see.
How well can rollerblading robots deal with stairs? That is the question.
Well, if he can fall down and get back up.
You could fall down the stairs a lot. That's
and get back up though. That's the big thing.
How many times can a robot fall down the stairs before it breaks stuff?
I wish that, like my little robot that goes around the house, when he falls down, I wish he'd get back up. So
fair.
Yeah, that's my Roomba, guys. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, imagine if they turned the Vox machine stuff from Critical Role into an actual movie. Yeah. Ooh.
And actually, with that in mind, I hear that they're making a lot of different cameos of characters from D&D, stuff like I don't know, but maybe Dritz, maybe
no,
Boo, maybe
I would
Boo
love
the
that.
miniature giant space hamster, the characters from the D&D cartoon.
So
other characters like that.
I absolutely love the Dritz Du Erden books.
Dritz Du Erden, yeah.
Yeah, I read like 20 of those books about him. It was so great. Anyway,
it's good stuff.
Yeah, highly recommend. Chris says, "Hey guys, aloha from Maine." So surviving the storm, Chris.
Yes, you're on literally the wrong side of the country for that.
Yes,
on the exact opposite of the side of the country, in fact.
Yeah, Skynet begins. Yeah, you aren't scared of robots because you might have to charge them. Is that why?
That's fair. That's
fair. All right, one last one. I don't remember any of Skynet Terminators rollerblading. Not yet, Chad. Not yet. This might be that parallel universe. You have no idea. So our last bit of news, which most of you is, it's probably the Oscars. What? Yes. The Oscars? What? No way.
Who would have heard?
Right? So most of you may or may not have, and I say most because we apparently had a 12% increase of viewers from 2022 to this year. So it's the highest record at 18.7. I'm guessing this is million views because I just put 18.7 and that's not a lot of views if it was only 19 people. So
for the Oscars, got you.
Oscars.
I heard we and thought, wow, there is no way I have 18.7 million viewers.
Whatever,
that's
Bobby.
Not true.
It's 18 million views right now. Oh my goodness. But from that, we have a few points that were kind of fun.
Yes. So
let's see. There was one, you may have seen this on our Tales from the Geek page or any other page, that Kai Hui Kwan, the best supporting actor for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Harrison Ford had a hug, which was so cute because he was a young actor in one of the Indiana Jones movies. And it's so great. Who did he play? It was Short Round.
He played Short Round, absolutely, in it's Temple of Doom. I want to say.
Yeah, there we go.
That sounds great.
Really great picture that came up, and then you can show him back to back, like where he's hugging him in the movie versus that. So good moment for everybody if you've watched Indiana Jones, with most of us probably have. And then Jamie Lee Curtis won an Oscar, which was exciting, as well as our Renaissance actually happened. He won an Oscar for The Whale, so he's back, y'all.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser won best actor with The Whale. Yeah.
Let's see. Voodoo says, hey, and hey, Panther Rose. Hello, Voodoo. Hello, we're here. So let's see. Bobby, you got anything on the Oscars?
I do have some fun things on the Oscars. This is actually a really interesting point. This year, the Oscars has a new record that has never been done before. The production company behind it, both The Whale and Everything Everywhere All at Once, A24, have swept the top 4 spots with Best Supporting Actress and Actor with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Supporting Actress with Michelle Yeoh as well in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And with Brendan Fraser taking The Whale. And they had Best Picture and Best Director. So they have swept the top 6 spots.
Wow.
The Oscars. Never been done before.
See, I didn't even know that. I was just excited about some of this. Holy moly.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Everything Everywhere All at Once swept. But because they also had Brendan Fraser in The Whale, they swept everything because of it.
They helped with this Renaissance. It really happened.
Yes, it was hilarious. It was great.
It really happened. Someone else said Data from the Goonies. I'm like, that's where I wrote it that, but like that's where I remember him from was like Data from the Goonies. And then I was like, oh, Andy was in Indiana Jones. That's right.
Yeah, he was in Indiana Jones and it was great. Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Let's see. Anything else? I think that's mainly we're up on the chat. So that's all the news we have for this week.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Let your friends be our friends be your friends. Make a big happy family. And we got some comics.
We do have some comics. First up this week, coming out of Marvel, we've got Hellcat. Hellcat came back into mainstream comics when she started dating Iron Man recently. I'm not certain they're dating anymore. Again, I have not been able to keep up with anything recently. But she's been back, and now she's heading back to the West Coast. She's living in a demon house that's haunted by her mom, and her ex-boyfriend, Damian Hellstrom, is showing up, and that's never a good thing. So she's in the middle of all this, she's been framed for murder. So she has to prove herself innocent. It's a supernatural superhero murder mystery.
Well, that mixes everything that I love into one comic. So
exactly, yeah. Next up, we have Multiversity. Harley Quinn screws up the DCU. Harley Quinn is back on Coney Island saying hi to all her friends, and somebody gifted her a time machine.
Oh, no.
And as you might suggest, as any time travel is ever explored in DC, everything broke.
Who gifted that to her? Was it the Joker?
Who knows? Nobody knows. But everyone's after her because she broke everything. We'll see how long that lasts, all that jazz. On a somewhat more serious side of DC, we have Superman the Lost. This is a new mini-series coming out, 10-issue maxi series, I should say. This is continuing the 85th anniversary celebration of Superman. It is his 85th anniversary this year.
What? He doesn't look 85 at all.
Who would have guessed that Kryptonians don't age like humans? Who would have ever thought?
Makes sense.
But Superman has, when he's called away, he suddenly shows back up in Lois Lane's living room much faster than he should have, and saying that he's been wandering the cosmos for 20 years and has lost all of his humanity. Nothing and no one seems familiar, and their timeless bond has been severed. Or can love conquer all? Can it be bring them back together?
Yes.
So this is, it's written by Christopher Priest, who's fantastic in all things. So we'll see how this goes long term.
Was that a rhetorical question, or? Yes, it can bring them back together. Yes, it
absolutely. It's Superman. Yes. And then coming out of IDW, we have Star Trek Defiant. This is the first big spin-off series coming from the Star Trek comic book. Issue 400 came out, and it stated it was going to be branching a lot of new series out. This is the first one. Somebody is killing the prophets. Who are godlike aliens that Benjamin Sisko has, been handling for many years at this point. And he has forgotten how to deal with man-level issues and has been working on a god-killing level. So Worf grabs a bunch of people and says, I'm getting the Defiant and helping save people. Let's go. Let's go. It's Star Wars meets the Dirty Dozen. It's Star Trek meets the Dirty Dozen, I should say. So we're gonna see who's all in this issue. Gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of hilarity to be had. Yeah.
Hey,
Star Trek.
I always like Star Trek, so
Yeah, absolutely. Going forward, every issue I have from this point forward is meant for mature audiences only.
Ooh.
Uh, First up, we have Katie Black Dragon coming out of Bad Kids Press. She is a housewife from Jersey who spent her whole life savings to get cybernetic enhancement. Now she's working as an inexperienced mercenary trying to take on dangerous missions to pay off her debts. Completely fearless and thoroughly incorrigible. Welcome to the debut issue of Katie Black Dragon, Galactic Freelancer.
Man, would I spend my money on upgrading my body with robot parts? Well, it depends on if that robot versus zombie situation.
Exactly, right? Depends on the situation.
Hmm.
Next up, we have The Nowhere Man. Richard is in a spirit world called the Dreamtime. It's a
Hmm.
surreal landscape of the subconscious where dreams are real. The Dreamtime is a well-known concept in the native populations of Australia, who I cannot say their proper name, so I will not attempt to. um, but they are crazy. It's a very interesting place. Follow his journey as he encounters gods, shamans, and other strange, unexpected creatures. It is straddling the fields of action adventure, introspective literature, and horror.
Well,
Yeah,
that
so being written by
seems
Johnny Bluesett.
kind of creepy, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't, looking at the picture, I would not be like, oh, this is going to be a horror comic.
Yeah, no, it's a very,
But it's
very,
in your mind, so,
who knows? Next up, out of Image and Greg Rucka's incorrigible imagination, we have The Forged. In the 11th millennium of the Internal Empress, a squad of planet-smashing super soldiers find their routine mission to be anything but. These are the Forged. They take no prisoners. Greg Rucka and Eric Troutman, brought to the page by Mike Henderson. This is an over-the-top pulp adventure of sex, violence, and sci-fi inspired by Conan, heavy metal, and other comics you tried to hide from your parents.
Oh. Bobby, is this one sitting under your mattress right now?
As I haven't been to a comic store, no. But the only reason that's the case is because I don't think my comic store would have it. And I need a new one. But
Oh
we'll
my
look into that.
goodness.
And then our final issue, also coming out of Image this week. I'm really excited about this one. Also, this is in the Massive Verse. If you haven't been paying attention, the Black Massive Verse is really interesting and getting some cool concepts going. A lot of more mini-series than ongoing series concepts in this universe. Richard Roe murders shocked the city of Pittsburgh 10 months ago. In the months since, the killings have sparked a dangerous political movement, copycat killers, and a masked vigilante who is determined to hold the powerful accountable. Not a symbol, not a hero. They could be anyone. They're no one.
Oh my gosh, Bobby, when you started this, for some reason, I really felt like it was the news and that this really was happening. Oh my goodness.
I
Good
know,
job.
right?
You made it feel really real.
And that's kind of the thing that I love about it. This is a, it's an extra length first chapter of a true crime superhero drama in its own corner of the Massive Verse. And Kyle Higgins, who is the guy who built the Massive Verse with Radiant Black, or at least started it, is the guy who's writing this one. Along with Brian Bucoletto, who did Chicken Devil. And if you don't remember Chicken Devil, it's utterly ridiculous. It's interesting to see him take on a probably more serious and grounded concept, even set in the superhero universe. And then this is going to continue in a podcast, which is going to restore Rachel Leigh Cook from She's All That, and Patton Oswalt, who was in a lot of different things.
What? I love it. I love mixed media.
I know, right? I know you do. So I thought this would be a lot of fun. But
remember, like when those comics came out and there were CDs that came with it, and you're like, "What? This is amazing! I love it."
But yeah, those are my issues this week. I hope everybody's having a great day and all that jazz.
Yeah, we've got a few more comments. I want to at least comment on the comments. So someone said, you guys were talking about D&D when I came in, so I had to mention that Matt Mercer totally got me into D&D just in general.
That is totally fair. Vox Machina is a great series. All that jazz. All that jazz.
All that jazz and all that jazz. Chad said, Everything Everywhere All at Once created a greater interest in the Oscars for sci-fi fans when sci-fi is usually snubbed. Agree, Chad. Maybe that's why they saw the uptake. That was a huge increase. So,
no, that's absolutely true. And just to remind you, you have seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, correct?
Not me.
Because I've seen Everything
I haven't
Everywhere
seen
All at
it.
Once. You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't
Go watch
seen it yet.
It's incredible.
I have heard that.
It is.
I just
so
realized
much
it
fun.
because I was supposed to watch it in theaters, and I don't remember. Something happened where I couldn't, and then kind of forgot until the Oscars came out. And I'm like, oh crap, I never watched it.
Trust me, I understand. Calling that movie purely sci-fi is not. It's kind of like Ghost was in that it was like, sure, this is a sci-fi supernatural story, but it's also a romance and a drama and a comedy, and they're all the best movie.
But that's great because it's like multiple genres. So really,
yes, absolutely,
it can get the audience from any direction.
And don't get me wrong, it is sci-fi, but it's like sci-fi as a cover.
I like it.
For
sci-fi
as a cover for the family journey. that is the heart of that story, and it's so good. So good.
Panther Rose says it's a crazy movie.
That is absolutely right, Panther.
That is also what I heard.
Yes. But that is all of the comics and all of our news and all of our comments. So good to see everybody this week.
Yeah, thank you for joining, and we will catch you live at 6:25 next week. Hope if you're on spring break, have a safe spring break. If you've got kiddos at home, good luck. And also, happy birthday, Xavier. So,
bye-bye.
We will see you next week.